guys? It's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. We're doing a one brand tutorial featuring Catrice. The guys over at Catrice kindly sent me out like a little Catrice package with loads of new products in it. So I thought the fun thing to do today would be to put them all on my face and check them all out. Now there is one product that I really want to do a separate video on, so that is why I'm not really going to be featuring, or not really, I ain't going to be featuring it today. It's the 1 Minute Face Perfector, and it's like their new foundation, but on the back it says one fits all. So it's like one colour and it's supposed to fit every skin tone. I am dying to try that out and see, is that the case? Like, can you put this on any skin tone? Obviously, I don't know if it works for every single skin tone, but I just want to see, is it self-adjusting to my skin tone, and when it will it work? So yeah, that product is for another video, another day. Definitely going to test it out. I think it's interesting and I think you guys would like to see it. So we're going to leave that for now, and I'm going to start with my brows. So I'm going to take the Catrice Slimatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I love this. And I'm going to use this just to fill in my brows. This is in the shade medium. So you guys probably know from my foundation routine that I've been filling in my brows first. Oh God, what have I done there? I really like the Catrice brow pencils, really like them, but I just find that they wear down super quickly. So like the price is right on point, but just how quickly you go through the pencil sucks. Like, if I use this brow pencil every day, I would probably need a new one every 2 weeks. That's how crazy it, like, wears down or uses down. So this is a new product for me. This is the Brow Colorist, and I got the shade Brunette. So this is quite similar to the Gimme Brow. It's a semi-permanent brow mascara. So I'm just going to run that through my brows. Just, oh my, that was a bit too much. Oh my God, I put way too much in. This part of my brow is really dark. Damn. The semi-permanent thing is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I'm like, am I going to be stuck with these brows? How long does it last? What does it mean? Okay, so I'm just going to conceal around my brows and then I will come back and we will do the face. Now I have this HD Active Performance Primer. This is supposed to be water and sweat proof. I'm going to the gym this evening, so we will see if that is true. I will write it down like in the comment section below. Shake before use. So we're gonna see what this is like. Oh my God, is that too much primer? Would you guys let me know if that was too much primer? I feel like it is, or maybe not. Okay, so it's quite a creamy consistency. It's almost like a moisturizer. Quite hydrating. This feels lovely on my skin actually. Oh. The foundation I'm going to be taking is a fond favourite of mine, and this is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. You guys know I've raved about this for years. I love it. So I'm just going to put a bit of this on the back of my hand first, like I do all the time. It has a dropper and it's very liquidy. If you have never used this before, it's quite a liquidy consistency, but don't let that fool you. It's still full coverage and lasts forever. So just applying that with my flat paddle brush. This is like my perfect colour as well. Oh my God, it's such an amazing consistency. I forgot how much I love this foundation because I've been wearing so many different foundations lately and I just forgot about this one. It's a love of mine. It's just so lightweight on the skin and it blends in like a dream. The only issue I have with this foundation is the colour selections. I wouldn't be the darkest person ever, but I use the darkest shade in the foundation and it just barely matches my natural skin tone, as you can see. I know I had like a tiny bit of self-tan on, but you get what I'm saying. Next up I have this new product from them, and this is the Bouncy Bronzer Caribbean Vibes. So it's a bouncy bronzer, which I don't think I've ever used a bouncy bronzer. I've used a bouncy blush, and I have used bouncy highlighters, which I did not like them at all. The blushes were okay. Oh my God, it smells like coconuts. Oh, it kind of reminds me of the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I don't know how to use this. This is called Cuba Vibes, just if you're wondering. So maybe we'll just dip our brush into the product. Apply a bit to the tops of my face. But I think if you're looking for glowy, fresh skin, this might be a great option. So I'm going to just apply that to the top of my forehead. It's not too overkill with the glowiness of the bronzer, so you could probably use this in other parts of the skin. Like I said, it's just kind of glowy. It's not really glittery or anything like that. Maybe we'll just use a teeny bit. Add underneath my cheekbone. I don't hate it, guys. Now, I do not know if this comes in different shades. I'm presuming so. It's actually quite nice on my skin. It makes my skin look glowy and fresh, and that is the look I'm going for today. So I'm liking that bouncy bronzer. I definitely use that again. The next product I have is their Golden Dust Highlighter Drops. So I'm going to add these to my face as well, because obviously you have to add any liquid product on top of liquid. They're in similar packaging to the primer and also the foundation. I'm just going to put a bit of that in the back of my hand and then just take this on a brush and just apply it to the high points of my cheeks. Oh. Put a bit of that on the tip of my nose as well and over my lip. It kind of has a gold reflex to it. So I actually really like that. It's making my skin look fresh and dewy and glowy, which is definitely a look I go for more this time of the year. Alrighty, I'm going to move on to the eyes. Now, Catrice didn't send me out any new eye products, so I'm presuming that they either don't have new eye products out as of late, or whatever, they just didn't send me any. So I did purchase this myself. This is the Fresh Nude collection. This is their eyeshadow palette. Tried to get something that was kind of like, I don't know, beachy kind of vibes, or you know, that kind of like feel of like summertime, springtime, and this was the kind of closest thing I could find. I am going to start off with this light brown shade here, I think. I'm just gonna pop that into my crease first. Okay, so next up I'm going to take this coral shade here because I just think that's super pretty. I'm just going to repeat what I did on this side. I'm just going to pop that right into the inner portion of my eye. Doing like a little circular motion. I don't find that these shadows are ridiculously pigmented, but you do get some pigmentation from them. I'm going to go in with the shade Sculpt out here, and I'm just taking it on this kind of like flat brush, because I'm just going to create a wing with it. I'm just going to take the original brush that I used and I'm just going to smoke that wing out a ton. Just I don't want any harsh lines with it. So it's almost going to disappear, but you'll still be able to make it out, if that makes sense. Kind of like that. I'm just going to take a bit of this shade here on the end. I'm just going to pop that into the outer portion of my eye. So next up, I'm going to go in with this shade here. If Nars's Orgasm was an eyeshadow, this would be it. So I'm just going to use this onto the inner portion of my eye now. Taking this shade here, which is called Light. Just going to pop that underneath my brow bone. And then I'm going to take this shade here in the end, just on a little tiny detail brush, and just pop that into the inner corner of my eye. So Catrice brought out a new mascara. This is called the Glam Doll Boost Lash Growth Volume Mascara. And I have the original Glam Doll. I was going to try this out as well because I've never used this before. So maybe I'll do one on one side and the other on the other side, because like I said, I've never used this mascara before. So I'm going to start with the original Glam Doll because so many of you guys tell me that I need to get this, and it has to be the one in the dark purple packaging because I was so obsessed with the Rockouture for so long. And you guys are like, no, not Rockouture, don't use that, try the Glam Doll. Definitely like a thicker consistency than the Rockouture. That 100% has lifted my lashes and made my lashes look amazing. So I'm going to try the new one here. These have shorter bristles and it's a plastic wand, whereas the other one was not. Ooh, I like this because you can get right down to the root of the lash and pull it up. But I'm definitely noticing that the purple Glam Doll one made my lashes a lot more thicker and longer than this side. Next up, we're going to move on to concealer, and I have two concealers here. So this is the new one. This is the One Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer, and then this is obviously their old school liquid camouflage concealer, and I'm going to try both of these today because I can't remember what I think of this one. I don't think I'm crazy about this for some reason. Don't shoot me. I know an awful lot of people love this, and the shade is a little bit off. Oh well. So this is the new one, and it comes with a dropper as well, and then take another brush to apply it to underneath the eyes. Definitely a thicker consistency concealer, or more full coverage, I would say, actually. Not even thicker, it's just a lot more full coverage. I've often found that they, like, liquid camouflage was not really that great of consistency for me personally. Yeah, 1,000,000% I'm preferring this consistency. I'm not crazy about this side. I feel like it hasn't really covered that much, to be fair. I don't know, can you guys see any difference? Obviously, it's time to set the face, and I have this Glow Illusion Loose Powder. This is translucent radiant powder. I should be able to pop this all over my face, which is what I'm gonna do. Oh, yes, it is translucent. I don't really notice that this is giving my skin any more radiance. It does feel nice and it set my face really, really well. I'm going to take a bit more of this powder and I'm just going to use it underneath my eye, just to kind of bake a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to swipe that all away now. I feel like my skin is really, like, feels really nice. Like, it feels really lightweight. Like, I don't have too much product on my skin. So now I'm just going to finish off underneath the eyes, and I saw this blue eyeshadow and I was like, I need to try this out. So this is in the shade Blue Boutin. I like it. I like it a lot. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'm really liking that blue. It's not like crazy intense. It's quite subtle, but I just think it looks nice. Because I like the little brush on this mascara, I'm going to use that to apply mascara to my lower lash line, because I just feel, or my lower lashes rather, because I just feel like that's really good at getting right up to the root. I'm going to add a touch of bronzer to my skin. So I'm taking this medium bronzer here, and this is the Sunglow Matte Bronzer, and this is their newest one. I have tried loads of Catrice bronzers in the past. I always actually really like them. So I'm just going to take this on just a little brush and apply it just underneath my cheekbones. I just want to kind of go over the product that I put down initially. I feel because that powder wasn't matte that I set my face with, it still kind of kept all the radiance of all the other products on top. And I'm taking my favorite illuminating blush from Catrice, and this is I Am Nuts About You. I love this blush. I've used it for so long, but I just want to add like a little bit of color. I hope they still have this in their collection, but I think they do. And I know you can't put liquid, or shouldn't put liquid, over powder, but I'm just going to go back in with that highlighter again, because I don't have any powder highlighters from Catrice with me. So I'm just going to dab that kind of over the powder. I feel like you could even pop that on your collarbone if you wanted to, just to add a little bit more radiance. Okay, finally I'm just going to apply some lip product. I will come back and put lashes on, and then we'll do like a roundup of what I think of the products. They sent me 3 of their lip products. So they sent me 2 lipsticks, and these are gel lipsticks. This is what they look like. So we have like a bright red. Damn it, I don't think red will go with this look. Red would have been so fun. And then they sent me this nude shade, which I just think is just a bit too nude. And then they also sent me this Plump and Shine lip gloss, which is in the shade Nude Sapphire. But I have a lip liner here anyway, so I'm just going to line my lips first. So the lip liner that I have is the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, and it's in the shade Mauve Me Tender. So I'm just going to fill in my whole entire lip with this. And apply that nudie lipstick over the top, maybe, just see what that's like. Okay, I don't think that shade does anything. I just think it adds like almost like a gloss to the lips. So perhaps we'll just go over it with a gloss. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Like, so pretty. I love that gloss. I really like that lip combo. Okay guys, so I'm going to put some lashes on. Nothing too kind of crazy, something a bit subtle. And then we're going to go through all the products and see what I think, what I'm loving, what I'm not so much loving. I just had to take a phone call there, and I was on the phone for like the longest time ever. I meant to say, and I completely forgot, I have a setting or anti-shine fixing spray from Catrice. I've never used this before. I know that there is the dewy one, which I'm not going to go there with that because my natural oils are going to come through throughout the day. I'm going to spray this on my face. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually a really nice mister. Like, it gives you like a nice fine mist over the face. So this is supposed to prepare the skin, improve makeup wear, and refresh complexion. So I'm going to begin with the primer, and I actually really liked this primer. I thought it was really nice on my skin. I think it was really refreshing. I don't actually know if it's going to prolong the wear of my foundation. Like I said, I'll keep you updated on that, and definitely when I go to the gym later on, we're going to see what this does to my skin, if it like stops my face from like melting. I do want to talk about this bouncy bronzer though. I was actually pleasantly surprised. It looks really nice on my skin. I just thought that it gave like a nice kind of bronzy glow to the skin, something fresh, and yeah, I would definitely use this again. And same with the highlighter. I really liked that liquid highlighter. I would 1,000,000% use that again. I thought it was really nice on my skin. The brow product, I obviously like the brow spoolie. I kind of touched upon that. I think this might be too dark for me. I do want to say though that it didn't make my eyebrows stiff or anything like that. They still feel like hair and not like that stiff uncomfortableness that you get with your eyebrows sometimes if you use some of these products. The eyeshadow palette I actually rather enjoyed. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite eyeshadow palette. It's definitely very generic. Like there's nothing kind of outrageous about this eyeshadow palette, but I do like the look of the eyeshadows and I thought that they were pretty okay pigmentation wise, but I think it was like a $5, so I mean you're not really breaking the bank with it. I think my most disappointing products of the day were probably both of the concealers. This is a nice concealer. It looks nice underneath the eye. It's great and everything, but I definitely don't believe the name, like one drop coverage. It is weightless, so I do believe that. Now this is a camouflage concealer, again high coverage. I don't agree with that. I feel I've never really liked this. I've never vibed with this. I've never been in love with it. Everyone's been raving about it for years and I've just been like, no, don't get it, don't understand it. And I still stand by that. I don't get this product and I'm not crazy about it. This is a nice concealer, like it's lightweight, it does cover. My shade is way too light anyway, I think that's pretty obvious. But I don't feel like it's the best concealer out there. There are better for the price. It wasn't massively expensive. I think it was like $4.99. So yeah, I suppose it's like a $5. I do like this mascara. I think it's really nice. Very, very good on the lower lash line because it gets right up to the lower lashes and spreads them out and adds volume to them. This one, however, is definitely my favorite of the two. I feel like this mascara gave me much more volume, much more length, much more lashes. I feel like you get an overall better effect with this mascara than you do with this one, but again, that's personal preference. I've never tried this one before and so many of you guys are like, you need it, you need it, you need it. Now I have it and I totally agree, it is great. They're new Velvet Matte Lip Liners. They've tons of shades in these and I'm really impressed with them. I think the quality is amazing. Like I just spread that all over my lips and it gave me like that lovely kind of mauve-y shade to my lips. The lipsticks are great, but I think you need to go for deeper shades. Like the red comes up quite nice, but this like lighter shade is too light. Like it's way too light. It doesn't barely even show up on my skin. Like it's almost invisible, whereas the deeper shades would show up a little bit better. So if you are picking up these lipsticks, go with deeper shades. I like the lip glosses. They are lovely. This lip gloss has lasted so long on my lips. Like I said, I just had like the longest phone call ever and it's still on my mouth. It's so nice and really creamy as well and it tastes fantastic. Catrice had gorgeous lip glosses out a couple of years ago and they discontinued them and I was devo.com, but I feel like this formula is quite similar to the ones that they discontinued that I was very sad about. So I'm happy to see a comeback. And then I think the final thing I want to talk about is obviously the bronzer, which I like their bronzers. I've always liked all of their bronzers. They're quite nice. This one is a lovely shade, perfect for my skin tone. Just adds like a nice bronze to the skin without being like too orange or too warm. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I forgot about the Glow Illusion Loose Powder. I don't really understand the concept of this powder. Like, I don't know if it's giving me glow to my skin. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. It did set my face and it feels quite nice, but where the glow illusion comes from, I don't get it. Also, the packaging is very annoying because it has so few little holes on the top that it's hard to dispense it. So what I'm going to actually do is pull out this plastic piece and then I can probably use the product a little bit better. But I definitely will reuse this. I actually don't mind it, but I just don't understand the whole radiance thing behind it. Maybe you guys can inform me. Does my skin look radiant using this? And that is it all, guys. I am so glad that I got to do this Catrice One Brand tutorial. Thank you so much to Catrice for sending me out some of the products. And obviously this video is not sponsored, but I just really appreciate when I get PR from companies. It's just lovely because it just allows me to try the new products that are coming to the market. And I also got new products from Essence, which I'm very excited to try out as well. And I got some new things from Wet n Wild as well, like their Dragon collection and stuff. So you can expect those One Brand tutorials to come your way very soon. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much, guys. And if you're not already, I'd love you to subscribe. I don't say that often enough, but I would like you to subscribe. Stick around, interact, comment, you know yourself. Guys, thank you so much for watching again. And I will talk to all you guys in my next video. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye, guys.